Former President Donald J. Trump. Yes, I ask you to bell notification, comment down below, subscribe to the channel to get that truth, education, entertainment, and integrity you need to fight off those same criminal gangsters, market manipulators that have infiltrated the United States government, Federal Reserve, and world banking system that are indicting me and trying to throw me in jail for crimes against humanity, crimes against the Rock's eyebrow, the people's eyebrow. Rock does not, Donald J. Trump does not fuck with the people. And I ask the people if they don't want to be fleece heisted and shisted 50, 60, 70% for $3. Yes, best value in the business, $3.69. Remember, a jabroni killer to help fight off those same criminal gangsters and market manipulators that, yes, the former president that has fully endorsed Vincenzo's gold crypto investing. Peace and love. Subscribe down below, bell notification, most importantly. Good second day of May, if we can believe this already. Steadily marching our way and inching our way towards May Day on a beautiful, gorgeous, overcast, crystal clear, early spring blue skies shining. With Ira, the coin update man, reporting live from Interstate 80 in northeastern Indiana with a current temperature of 77 degrees J. Just outside Fort Wayne International Airport, right? With a current beautiful day going on here as we drive, and we ask you to bell notification, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and share to get that truth, education, information, and integrity you've come and expect and deserve from the #1 XRP gold and silver bullion insider exclusively on social media and here on YouTube, right? And if we get a look at what's going on in some of the market, we can see Rivian getting off the canvas quite nicely the last few days, about 10 or 15% from its record low. So that's nice to see it getting off the canvas. The Federal Reserve and the criminal gangster had henchman with that evil white man grin and laugh. Jerome Powell held pat with the interest rates at 5.25 to 5.5 basis points as inflation continues to ramp up. I got a great chart I'm going to show you later on today, but I'm traveling. The gold and silver bullion prices initially went up and now have stabilized, and I expect it to be bullish long term. For that, in the cryptocurrency market, after a very, very big down day yesterday, we were down better than 10% in a 30-hour rolling period in the Bitcoin price, and then we regionally bottomed out right here. See that? We got our beautiful chart. We bottomed out just below this critical $58,746 critical major underneath support, which was the mean of the, let's get rid of that, was the mean of the double top mountain reversal pattern breakdown of the multi-year painful bear market that started in 2021, right? When we had that big double bottom. And on this consolidation, on the next breakdown, I'm expecting another 6.25% to the downside after we break down this consolidation, but we could still continue to the upside farther and pull up a big hook-nosed U bearish reversal pattern again, which are textbook in bearish consolidations. But you can see, if we take a look at in the 4-hour time frame, this beautiful chart that we have, you can see ever since, if we pull out our industry exclusive YouTube made famous perching tool here, right? Everybody else uses a line tool with an arrow. We discard that. We made a perching tool, right? I'm up here, old Vincenzo pivoting here. You can see this is where we had our big final consolidation in our multi-year, or in our bull market, from the $15,000 swing low, and then we hit that $73,574, and then we dumped down to the 200-day moving average in the 4-hour time frame. This is also the same in the daily. Then we bounced up, came up to our second peak at $70,628.39, showing us of a rounding top being noticed here as the buyers or the bulls become exhausted and the sellers or the bears take over the market, and the price is going to come down. And the price did come down from way up there at 75,000 to way down here at current price, just above 58,000, with a swing low so far at 56,000. And this has all been telegraphed. And then we came down to $66,299, broke down, entered the rising channel support, major underneath support because it was major overhead resistance, but we broke above it back here in February about the 27th of 2024, and then we started retesting it back here for the first time in April 13th of 2024, and then we breached back it and actually see this, confirmed it, and then broke down here on this big dump. We actually confirmed the breakdown right here at 64,000 back into this rising channel, 64,278.18, and that brought us down to that major underneath support. And I got these beautiful chart up here just to show you the pattern, the major upper resistances and lower support. And now what I think we're going into after we get done with this consolidation, because I'm still bearish, I don't think the bearishness is over yet. I think after we could potentially come back as far north as 64,000, but more likely we get rejected by a moving average up here at around 61 if we continue up. And then where I think we eventually get rejected in here after this hook nose Jew bearish reversal pump after the big dump takes effect. And I still believe we're ending up down here to the major underneath support, or if we look at in the daily time frame what we're exactly looking at here. And we all know, if you're on this audience and subscribing and commenting down below, this is the major underneath support of this rising channel that we've been in ever since the swing low back here a couple of years ago, back in the late 2022 or early 2023 when we started in there. And now we're breaking back into this, and you can see we're just in the step down pattern now, where we are losing momentum, we're losing volume, we're losing support, we're losing momentum, and we're losing hysteria, and we're now on a step down pattern where we get the relief rallies after every dump, but we continue falling farther and farther down at an accelerating rate to the downside. And these are your next targets that I'm eyeing. The $47,849 is a major target, which is our next big target that we're following, which is the bottom part or the major underneath support now of this falling channel after you broke back into it, not touched since back here in January of 2024, right? And then if you break that, you do know you come down to the 37,000 quick, and then eventually back to the 30,000 if the bearish trend continues. But there will be pumps. Just like if you come down here really quick to 47,000, you might quickly pump in the next day or two back up to 58,000 or better than an $11,000 move before the relief rally ends and you get squeezed, and then you dump farther to the downside. So that's stuff that we're looking at in the Bitcoin price. I'm still bearish in the Bitcoin price, even though we're having a little bit of a return rally after the big dump. The XLM is the same thing. It had its return rally and then dumped, but we're not talking about the XLM right now. We're gonna get into the XRP real quick because this is a traveling day. So we're just trying to give you this quick update on the fly here, as we like to call it. And then you can see here, if we zoom out, I wish it would let me zoom out just a touch more, but it doesn't. If we look here, you can see we'll start over here and the XRP price. We have this major top here with this beautiful new chart. Notice I took a lot of time here to make this super simple and easy and beautiful and gorgeous to look at. We had the big second blow off top after the big manipulated pump over here, and then we look at the video from 3 days ago. I explained how each of these pumps work and why they each work the way they do to sucker in more and more retail traders, and then they get fleece heisted and shysted by the 1%ers or the institutional investor criminal gangsters and the market manipulators. But we had that big rise up, and everybody thought we were going to continue to the upside, and old Vincenzo came on right about here and told you, or as this was pumping, we started making it and told you this was going to top out, and then it topped out. Then we hit our next major resistance zone a few months later at $1.15. Then right before the major capitulation right here in 2022, we were at 79 cents, and then we had a major capitulation down to 36 cents, which was essentially our new mean of the price, 37 cents for the better part of 2.5 years, besides manipulated and orchestrated pumps to the upside. And that brings us to where we are now, which is in the same spot as the Bitcoin price is in. It was in a rising channel. You can see it in green here, where we had our first major upper resistance hit in orange at 56 cents. Then we have lower support down here in December of 2022. Watch the video. I broke this all down a few days ago. Then we had the manipulation and the orchestration and the facilitation of the judge and the criminal gangsters to pump that price 100% in one day just to give it all back in the next 4 weeks. And then we came back up, and a second pump to 74 cents, rejected. A third pump at the top part of this rising channel may drop a resistance, got rejected, and that signified where we're at now, where we went from 74 cents all the way down to a swing low wick of 42 cents, which is a major fall. And that's where we're going to continue to dump down. And if we zoom in now, and you can understand where we're at, where if you break down out of that, we have an underneath target all the way down here of 15 cents if you break down out of this major bear flag. And the aforementioned rising channel is the flag, and the big dump that took place in 2022 was the flagpole, and we're attempting to break out at 50 cents ish right there. We're attempting to break out or stay in here after the flash wick down right here. We wick back in. We initially are getting supported on it and trying to hold it, because if we can't hold it here, very quickly you'll all of a sudden drop in a flash flush drop. Liquidation hammer candle down to 37 cents, and then we eventually come to 29 cents, which is the VP volume indicator, the mean of the volume down there in red, from 29 to 31 cents. And then we will hit that target. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace and love.